Hey everybody, this video is going to be a little different than my typical video. Long story short, there's a guardian by the name of Ironclad Legacy, and he's overconfident and exaggerates any detail that makes him look good. Back in the day, we had run him through the Crown of Sorrows raid. My clan and I had run him and several members of his clan through that raid, and we were the only reason they had completions. However, one day he was streaming with two of his clan members and they were doing a guided game for the Crown of Sorrows raid. They were teaching 3 people. They failed after 2 hours. I decided to watch the stream and have a laugh. I laughed so hard, I decided I want to download that stream and edit it into a video. 3 things are worth mentioning before we dive in. 1. Legacy's audio is the only player's audio that was recorded, so occasionally he might respond to someone, but we won't hear that person. 2. I highlight a few words in blue, and the reason for that is because he's describing one single thing, but continued to change the name of it throughout the raid. And 3. I left everything in chronological order. I did not mix around dialogue to make him sound stupid, or shift clips to make him seem like a bad player. All of this is 100% legit. Now without further ado, let's get to it.
Oh, we got one. Please be good players. Please be good players. Yeah, most of the people here have a completion or 2. I've got a bunch. But yeah, it's not too bad. Pretty much, you're going to run down here to the middle. This little thing's going to have an orb in it. Everyone's going to stand in here and switch the buffs around 10 or 20 to 15 seconds left on the timer. All of us will run in and we'll switch. To start, that green circle gives us the buff. 3 of us will go in, 3 of us will stay out. Basically, you guys are just going to coordinate together. You'll be able to hit half the ads, she'll be able to hit the other half. Occasionally, crystals are going to pop up. When they do, you have to hit them together. One person with the buff and one person without. That's why we're partnered up with somebody. Is once you hit that crystal, you go back to killing ads, and that's about it. And we need a well. Drop the well. Yeah, when the ogres pop up, just drop the well. Crystal's up, Death. Go ahead. You have to both hit it at the same time.
Guardian down.
Crystals are up. I think it was ours. You can drop that well right at the point every time.
Down.
Yeah, careful with your supers around the pod where we switch. Sounds good. That was much better. We were almost done with it.
Guardian down.
What's that?
Guardian down.
Everybody in?
Guardian
Have
down.
crystals.
Down.
Good try though. That was good though. Get it. What do we miss? Alright, we're good. Take a sec. Nicely done. That's it. This is the same puzzle. Sorry, that we just did, basically. We're going to have to move along platforms as crystals pop up that need to be shot by one person with a buff and one person without. Then there'll be an orb in the middle. We'll all gather around it. We'll shoot it. That'll be a checkpoint, as well as switch the buff, and then we'll continue again. We'll do that like 3 or 4 times till we get across them. It's not too bad. It's not that bad of a jumping puzzle.
Guardian down.
Without the buff, go in. Alright, go to the next piece. Yep. That's it. For the most part, we break off into sections. We will be isolated along the lines on the floor here. We'll all get pretty much the same routine as before, having to have one person with the buff, one person without. You'll have to switch. You're always going to go clockwise. So, for if I'm over here on white or stairs, we're going to switch at this orb over here, while Nixon, you are going to... Ads are gonna spawn up where the boss is now. You'll have one on each side. And the boss is gonna appear with like clones of himself, one for each side. So everyone's gonna have the same aspect there. You basically just have to kill your ads until either a crystal pops to your side and the two of you need to hit it and kill it, or I forget what actually comes next for the first part. You can shoot it, but you'll have to be within inside the thing. That's what it is. There's gonna be fake copies of a little mini boss. Looks like a bather. He's gonna run around. What you have to do when he appears, you have to melee him together. Now Titans can drop a bubble or something like that to protect themselves. But basically, you want to get him between these two pillars, up in front of the boss, and punch him. When you do, the boss will drop a hammer on him. He'll get pissed off. His right hand will start to glow green. You can shoot it, and he'll swing it and kill the mini boss. No, wait, that's the second round. The crystals are gonna randomly rotate clockwise around the room. So if it's in your section, you'll need to kill it. If you don't, we wipe. You can shoot it, but it's got an aura around it, so you're gonna have to be close to it. That's what it is. After you kill your ogre, that's when the walls will start to come down. We'll be able to move more and more throughout the room. Once all 3 rooms are open and exposed like we are now, the group that has the boss, because he'll be in one of the 3 sections, will be able to start damage phase. And the damage phase is weird with this one. You can only damage him if you do not have the buff. However, you have to have the buff plus have someone without the buff melee him simultaneously to drop his buff, in which case you will lose yours by doing so. So basically, one by one, you melee him. You're going to be shooting him, you're going to be doing no damage, and one at a time you're going to run out and hit him. Yep. But as long as you have the buff, you won't be doing damage. However, the only way to extend the damage phase is to have someone with the buff melee him when he puts his shield up. So basically, it's just a 1-by-1 domino. You know, one person goes, next person goes, next person goes. In all honesty, if you want to like 5-minute Google it, there's a really good YouTube video on it. I'd recommend it. Let's find out who has the real boss.
Guardian down.
Let's switch. There's nothing to switch at. Yeah, the ogre's gotta go. Yeah, once we kill the ogre, you run there and we do the swap. But if we don't have a buff, there's no one to swap it. Someone who isn't buffed will punch him every time. Someone who has the buff will run out and punch him one time. Well, I'll take a number, like the doors on Shirochi. No, that's for this part. Alright. We lost the one guy. So I think he just dipped.
And there you have it. A quick summary of Ironclad Legacy and a long list of what not to do. Obviously, cutting down 2 hours into about 11 minutes of video, you miss a lot of the action. For example, there are plenty of clips of him shooting immune enemies that he can't damage. That isn't all of them, but I will leave you with that. If you want to have a good laugh or feel good about yourself, go ahead and give him a follow on Twitch or Mixer. I have another video that has been long in the works, and hopefully by saying it here, it'll put some pressure on me to work on it and get it out to you guys. Until then, take care.